From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
To Hunt, ready? Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that shot deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Cousins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The 20, 10, 5, and he is able to take this way down into Detroit. Territory.
53 yards. Complete to Gerald Everett. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the red zone now, Cousins.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Goff, a quick throw complete to Cooks. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the pass. Watch the edge. Maverick. 56. Check 56. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Now Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Topper. 56.
Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, go get him. Check 31. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 38, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
We go tonight. 180. Ric Flair.
On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the air now with Goff. And that'll be caught by Kupp. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Shift. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Goff on first down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Well, down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Cousins to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. This one taken from the 7. Oh, good move. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff, he gets it to Cooks. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. From the gun, here's Goff. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by Tracy Walker.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First down, here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Cousins toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves,
and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, what a move.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Rams get their 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 20.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that?
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Let's go. Hey, go.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Runs through the contact. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Goff now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cut! 120! 12! Hey! High 7!
Out of the gun. Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets him back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on second down. Cousins trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of...
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go, boys, bring it up!
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line. good at the 3. A big run there by Gurley. 62 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. 46-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Lions, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins, huh? Check 26, check 26.
On play action, it's Murray. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Throwing is Murray on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 44-yard line. On first down, Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On second and 11 now. Murray, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Everyone come forward. Go down. Check, check. Fred down.
Play fake. Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a second and long.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. That strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right. Now, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good gain there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. on first down. Drake. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 45-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Drake. 6-0 our score after 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down. Murray now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun now from Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And they turned the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 44, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, You've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Devon Kennard charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Don't throw my side. Let's go. Hey, hold on. 59. I got him. I got him.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give running right, Drake. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Don't get nervous.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Murray with a 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down. First and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30-yard line.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll let it fly for Austin. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the turnover, here's Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. He's got a first down and more past the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Mike, 57. Check. Mike's 57. 57's run it.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now a draw play with Drake. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
In this 3rd quarter. Freeman again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
What's the run? They're running it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 29, Murray. Being chased out left. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Murray now to throw. Completes it to Fitzgerald. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On play action, it's Murray.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Everson Griffin. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because, you know, I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Wide, get wide. Let's watch. Right. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays? Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, He hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Murray now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10, 1st down Arizona. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down, Dobbins, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 1st down, Dobbins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run with Dre. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Baltimore, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.